Oh, okay. Okay. That's a big one. Here he comes. He's on it. That's a school of crappie right there. Thank you, Black Betty. What is up, MFers? Today is kind of an exciting video and a very sad video at the same time because we have some firsts and some lasts. The first is it's the first day of the year that we have open water. I'm finally fishing open water here in Nebraska. I am stoked about that, although the bite could be really tough. A lot of you guys have ice coming off your legs. I'm gonna fish very few baits, maybe only one bait today, and show you guys how to do that if you had ice on your legs, how to go out and catch fish right when that ice comes off your water. Now the reason it's kind of sad though, this is the last video you will ever see me fishing in Black Betty right back here behind me, which is, this is my dream boat right here, guys. This is a sad, sad moment. Caught some giant fish. We just caught the 60-pound limit. We've caught 10+ pounders. We've taken it all over the freaking country. This boat's got a lot of sentimental value to me and probably you guys too. You've seen a lot of really great videos. Hopefully learned some stuff from me fishing out of this too. But we're on to bigger and better, I think. So stay tuned for future videos, probably the next video, to see what the hell I'm talking about with that. Wind is ripping though out here this morning. Sun just came up right over there. We need to get on the water before it gets up to 25 or 30. And then we're making a long trip south because I have to take this boat in. So, hey, check out what I got in my boat. Nothing. Nothing is in the boat. So I'm basically throwing 1 or 2 rods in, a box of tackle. Let's go, let's do this. Ah, screw it, let's fish right here. Made a long run to from there to here. So I'm hoping this is the only guy we need right here, the old Provoke jerk and stick. But got to this lake, which was clean last spring. It is not clean. Water's probably 1 foot to 2 foot visibility at most. And as you guys can tell, the wind is ripping. And right now, it ain't even blowing yet. It's supposed to freaking blow 25. It's only blowing like 18 right now. We need to catch some fish before it really decides to come up. Water is probably, I don't know, cold as balls, I would assume. But what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna get out here and look around on live scope and see if we can draw some fish off some man-made brush piles and rock piles. And the wind blowing into this jetty right here makes me kind of interested too, especially because it's supposed to get up to 60 degrees today or something. I should probably get the net out because, you know, treble hook baits. All right, so water, I mean, it's crazy cold right now. It's like 40 degrees. It's almost like a false 40 degrees, if you know what I'm saying, because there's ice here 2 days ago. Craziness. Jerkbait's about the only bait I'm gonna pick up right now, this situation. You can throw a jig on a rock pile, which you might do a little bit later. You can maybe throw like a shad wrap or a little super subtle flat side or something. But even in this more stained water, these fish are lethargic. They do not want to chase something super far. They don't want to do much, and there's schools of crappie. I just shine paint optics down this little riprap jetty right here, and there's schools of crappies everywhere. So that's what they're eating, and they don't got to go far to get them. So they're just gonna sit there wait for Mr. Crappie School to come by and make a mistake and grab him. Oh, okay, okay. That's a big one. He grabbed it at the boat. That's a big one. First fish of the year, open water, Nebraska. Come here, bud, you bet. Boom. We're on the board. God, he came off in the freaking net too. That thing just came up and grabbed that Provoke. He did not want to eat. Woo, the wind's blowing hard. So the pole's down quick and let's play with this big girl. You bet. We're on the board with the Provoke. Please don't hook me. I mean, this is what happens. You come from Texas to Nebraska and all of a sudden you're crazy excited about a 4-pounder. Oh God, he's got pinchers down his throat. Look at that. I gotta get those out of there and show you guys. Antenna and pinchers. He's got a whole damn crawdad in his grill. You know what? I ain't even gonna take that out. That guy can have his meal. You guys get it. There's a crawdad in his mouth, and we're on the board with a 4.5 pounder. You bet. He was right up here in this corner. Wind's blowing in, hard cover. What do you do, guys? You catch freaking jerkbait fish, that's what. That feels good. You shouldn't be able to catch fish right now. There was ice on the water 2 days ago. You still got it, Black Betty, woo! So let's talk about that just real quick for a second. We're down here in the corner of the dam and we're fishing around some hard cover. He bit right by the boat, but it's hard bottom right here. He's only in 2 feet of water, which is the crazy thing with the water coming off. But we're fishing a little bit differently than I usually am when I'm fishing a jerkbait at these lakes because the water's stained. Now, if the water was really, really clean, you'd see me fishing a lot more over the top of some brush piles, something that the fish can sit down in the brush piles and then come up and release up off of vertically and eat that jerkbait. The reason we're doing that is, well, they can't see it. Bass can see substantially better in the water than we can, but even a bass can't see very well when it looks like this and it's only about a foot visibility. So when that situation happens, I go to plan B with my jerkbait, which is fishing against a lot of hard cover. That bass had a crawdad down his throat, which means we might want to pick that jig up here in a second and give that a fair shake too. But when the water's more stained, I like to fish it right up against hard cover like these rocks right here, because when it's stained water, those bass use that lateral line and are feeling around a lot more with the lateral line than they do when they can visually see the jerkbait in the super clean water. So you want your jerkbait right on that drop off, bang it against those rocks, you know, fluttering side to side. The provoke has a really nice rattle in it already, but when you combine the rattle with banging against some of these rocks, it really gets their attention. Even the crawdad eaters like that guy right there. So here's what I'm talking about right here, guys. That's a school of crappie right there. And if I pan up, you can see they're right by the drop off. So those bass can sit right on that break. And Mr. Crappie School comes by, got him. That's what we're trying to imitate with this jerkbait. I put a crappie crank wrap on this provoke, so I mean, it can't look any more realistic than what's swimming by him. Obviously, that last one was a crawdad eater too, with a giant crawdad in his throat, but I know they like it a crappie too. There we go. There we go. That's much less impressive. Much less impressive. Look what we got here. A damn cannibal. What are you doing, bud? I should eat his ass. We're not gonna eat anyone's ass today though, probably. Crappie on crappie crime. Huh. Oh, he's on it. Come get it, buddy. Come eat the jerkbait, buddy. Here he comes. Here he's on it. Got him. Got him. Watch that sucker eat it. Is that a bass? What is, it's a wallhead! We got dinner! That guy I will eat. You bet. That's dinner bud right there. I think he had friends too. Deal. Wasn't planning on that. Okay. We've got 3 fish and 3 different species of fish, all on the same bait. They all eat right now. Honestly, the conditions are impossible. It's freaking blowing 1,000 miles an hour. Water's way dirtier than it usually is. I'm just happy to be casting. I'm happy to be catching. So basically right now, all I'm doing is I'm panning around on Panoptics to all my waypoints I got. And these waypoints are all just like mounds of dirt. You know, our game and parks doesn't really know what they're doing when they're creating these lakes. And so a lot of times the best habitat they know how to create is just making a pile of dirt. And once in a while, there'll be a fish on one of them. Mostly I'm fishing it because the wind's only blowing about 300 miles an hour right here. And out on the main lake, it's blowing about 16,000 miles an hour. So I'm trying to get out of the wind a little bit, but I'm starting to think again, I need to get back out where it's blowing that hard. I mean, it's blowing so hard, like I can't even throw my jerkbait into it. Panoptics is basically useless out there because I gotta hold the boat in spot. And the problem is a lot of the stuff I'm fishing is rock piles and brush piles that are like 50 feet off the bank, and the bank's so blown out with mud that they ain't there. They don't like that. They don't like the super muddy cold water. So we're just gonna kind of wing it, see what happens. I want to get another big old bass. I'm not on the couch. I guess that's the most important thing. Look at this shit. This is like a 150-acre lake. There's 6-footers out here just trying to get bit, you know, or cast. Just casting would be great too. This is crazy. Holy balls. I'm sick of the wind. Now what you guys didn't see on video was I caught 3 bass back to back to back on 3 straight casts on the jetty right by where we started, but the camera wasn't on, which is awesome. One was about a 4-pounder and the other 2 were small ones, but still shows you can catch them even in these impossible conditions. Now we gotta go do something really sad. We're bombing 4 hours down to by Truman Lake, and we are going to drop off Black Betty. This is the last time you'll ever see her here in a second. So many good memories, but there's something else that's good about this video is we are going to meet up with Brad, the man, the myth, the legend, the hammer. Brad just got done fishing the, what is it now, the Toyota series, which is like the 3-day semi-pro division, the MLFLF, Big 5, whatever the hell it's called these days. It used to be FLW. And he got a top 10 finish on Lake of the Ozarks. So we're gonna go fish with Bradley. Bonus fishing on today's video. Let's get some. It's been real. Thank you, Black Betty.
In the arms of the angel, fly.
That was seriously kind of sad, guys. Like, I kind of want to fish out of that boat. That was my dream fishing boat when I got that 2 years ago, and it still was. Like, I'm sad that I got rid of that boat. What I got coming, I think, is going to be even nicer, and I'm extremely excited for it. My previous boat, you guys saw the old Stratus. I couldn't get out of that thing fast enough to get into that Phoenix. But giving up the old Phoenix, I'm not going to cry about it or nothing on camera. But that was a badass boat, but it's just a boat. It's just an object. It's just a thing. A lot more important stuff, like hopefully being able to go catch something right now. I care less about the boat. Thinking about catching a fish or 2 with Bradley right now. Let's get some. Oh, I got out of a 721 5 minutes ago, and now I'm in a brand new one. Hi, Brad.
It's meant to be.
Let's catch some. Reno, what's good?
Local hammer.
Local hammer. I just get to go out with all the local hammers when I come down to Truman Lake. You said throwing the jerking stick, though?
The old jerk plug.
He said bring a jerk bait, and that's it. Bring a jerk bait. That's what we're gonna do. Even with the enlisted help of the hottest angler in the Ozark region, Mr. Brad Jelinek, we were unable to catch fish on poopy 40-degree muddy Truman Lake. That's okay though, it's early. Things are gonna pick up very, very soon here. Also, very excited, this upcoming weekend I'm fishing a tournament. The first time I've ever fished a tournament with Brad, and it's my first tournament of the year, and it's a format I've never fished before. Jerk baits only. You heard that right. You cannot use anything else. No jigs, no magic tube, no Alabama rig, nothing. Just a jerk bait. Bring as many rods as you want, but all they can have tied on them, and the only box you can have in your boat is a jerk bait box. I've never fished one of these only style tournaments that's exclusive to one bait or one company. This is just one bait. You can use any brand. Of course, I'll be throwing the 6 cents per boat a whole lot, as you guys know. I'm excited for it, though. Also can't wait to show you guys the new boat. It's out in the garage. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what boat brand you think, or what boat brand and model you think I went with in the comments below. And then I got a big favor for you guys. If you could take 2 seconds out of your life and hit the thumbs up button, try to get this to as many thumbs up as possible. That would greatly help this video, and I would really, really appreciate you guys doing that. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, and I'm efforts to catch you very soon. Not here. Peace.